Hi everyone, a little bit ago I made a video about a cosplay contest judge who called me after the con to tell me that I wasn't good enough to compete in the cosplay contest, and I wanted to share that story because a lot of you, it seems, are commenting on it. So essentially I went to a local con and I had seen this cosplay judge around before, but she hadn't judged me. And just a little backstory, I've won 25 awards for my costumes. I hand make all of them. I've never had anything like this before. I've entered many cosplay contests and had no issues. So this was really like quite the surprise to me. So I signed up for the contest and I go to pre-judging, and one of the judges asked about the awards that I had won because I entered in the Masters category, which for this con I believe was 2 major awards, which I have won a lot more than that. And just for everything craftsmanship, most of my awards are for craftsmanship actually. So I entered the contest, and another weird thing was that this judge, I'll say Judge A. So Judge B asked me about my costumes in the fitting, and when they were doing the initial judging. So Judge A went to judge my costume and didn't ask if I had shorts on or anything underneath, and I had a skirt, and she lifted my skirt all the way up to meet her eyes so she could see the seam. So she just lifted my skirt all the way up, and that took me by surprise, and I was like, whew, thank God I had leggings on, because I would have just flashed everybody, because she just normally they ask hey, do you have shorts on before they do that, but she just full on whipped my skirt up, and I was like, oh, okay. So she starts looking at the seam, whatever. So nothing really happened, there in that initial meeting. So they do a pre-judging. That's what I'm talking about now. They do a pre-judging, so they get to look up and close at your costume. And then after that, they do a contest at the end of the day where people are walking. But at that point, the decision's already been made who's going to win. And it's really just kind of like a runway show a little bit. And then they do performances. This con particularly didn't have any performances. So it's the end of the day, and Judge A, they did all the awards and everything, and I didn't get anything, which is fine. I have no problem with that. So Judge A was really everybody add me on social media, I'll add you back, whatever. And so at the end of the day, I leave the con, and it was great. I had a great time. I really enjoyed it. I thought the cosplay contest went great for me. I thought everything was great. And so I got home and I added her on social media, and I sent her a quick message just to be hey, I was this cosplayer today, just so she knows who I am, and that I added her. And, she asked me back, and she's like, oh, if you want feedback for your costume, and this is something they said at the end of the contest, if you want feedback for your costume, you can ask the judges. I typically don't do that, just because I did musical theater my whole life, and I just didn't want the negativity. Of course I always want to improve, but some people can say that they're giving constructive criticism, and it can be really harsh, and sometimes it's just very not constructive. So I normally try not to go for feedback, just because I want to keep my confidence. Cosplay is something that I do for fun. I'm not a professional. I just enjoy it. So the judge she's messaging me, and she's like, we really need to have a meeting so I can give you feedback. And I'm just oh no, okay. Okay. And I pretty much was okay, fine. And we decided to meet, so I ended up meeting with her. And she said, we do a FaceTime type thing. And she basically was oh, when that judge was asking you about the awards that you won, she meant if it was craftsmanship. Because when that Judge B, had asked me she asked me about the awards, I was oh, I've won 25 awards, because she asked how many I had won, and I was I won 25. And I didn't specify further than that. So Judge A, when we were on the phone, she was well, those were supposed to be for craftsmanship to enter the Masters category. And I'm yeah, most of them were for craftsmanship. The most recent award that I had just won the month before was from an anime con, and it was craftsmanship, and it was best in show Masters. I had just won that the month before. And the judge basically was I'm just not seeing Masters quality work, which was crazy, because I'm I've won in the Masters category multiple times now. I don't even feel that it would be fair for me to compete any lower, which is why I entered in the Masters, because that was rightfully my place, but that's pretty much what happened. And I thought it was very unprofessional, just the way that she handled it, the way she handled everything. And the craziest part is that her whole cosplay thing is about like being positive and like cosplaying positively, and she gives all these panels and stuff about being positive and cosplay and whatever, and then behind the scenes she's like calling me to say that she doesn't feel that I'm good enough to enter the cosplay contest. And I remember just being so insulted. Like, I just thought that was really inappropriate for her, to even like question the awards that I had won, because that's also attacking my character. She's basically saying that I'm a liar and that I didn't win. And I'm like, you can contact these cons, like I won. And it was just such a crazy scenario for me to be in, but that's what happened. So, you know, and anytime I see that judge announced at any con, I don't go to the con at all. Like, no cosplay contest, no, I just don't go, because I just, like, and I'm really like being nice the way that I'm wording it, and I'm not naming anybody, and I'm not naming the con because I don't want to in any way attack anybody. But just wanted to share because I know a lot of you were interested in it. So that's basically what happened. She called me, was like, I don't think you're good enough to be in the Masters category. And I was so taken back, I didn't even know what to say. And I was just like, well, I don't think it would be fair for me to be in any other category. I just won this huge award last month in the Masters. So like, and everyone in cosplay knows, like, once you win at that level, you can't ever go back down. So it's like, I had already been winning, and I don't know what the issue was, but I lost a lot of confidence after that, and I just kind of spiraled, and I was like, do all the judges like hate me? Do they think I'm a terrible cosplayer? Like, should I just not enter any more cosplay contests? And so it's been like about a year now, and I just never competed again because I just kind of lost the confidence after that. But yeah, and she is like the biggest cosplayer in the area here. Like, she keeps getting announced for everything, and I'm just like, oh no, I can't avoid her, and I don't know what to do, because anytime I enter the contest and she's a judge, like, I never get anything ever. So I'm just like, oh, she just doesn't think I'm good enough, I guess. But it's okay, I'm gonna keep cosplaying anyways.